Hello and welcome to another edition of Cracking the Cryptic. And today I'm just fairly straightforwardly going to have a crack at today's Times crossword in real time, see how it goes, and then hopefully supplement any mumbling about the clues that I may have achieved with some explanations of some of the particularly helpful or difficult clues, which are often both worth having a look at. So I'm going to open the puzzle now and just have a go at it in real time, and we'll see how we get on. Here it comes, and there we go, one across rubber beetle. Feel like I ought to be able to work out that double definition. New chairman retaining old producer of notes. It's a harmonica, when clearly needed to be a musical instrument with that definition. Anagram of chairman with an O. Joyous few touring east of France. That's est, surely. Not sure. 9 across, rich American abandoned. Well, that's Prospero. Prosperous without the US for American. Twisted sounding grass is rye. The beetle is a chafer. I think cockchafer is slightly more common. Joyous few is 5. Touring est is festive. 14 across, mine. The present compilers, source of information, double definition. Sold like complex organization. No, that's difficult. Thus absorbing to Zeus. I think that's Stoic. Zeno was one of the Stoic philosophers. Doctor at a hostel in former Scottish county. I should know that. Cheapest accommodation always provided in part of theatre. Ever. Steerage, air in stage. So there's east, surely. Oh, doctor is an anagram indicator. At a hostel in East Lothian. 7 down. Good stories going around hotel in African state. Well, no, I'm reading the wrong clue. Finery originally introduced in Army Corps celebration. Raiment. Raiment. Not quite sure why. There's various army corps there. Noteworthy. Signal, so it wasn't raiment. Let's go back. Regimen. I'm not even sure about that, actually. I might be wrong too. Good stories. Ghana. ANA is very strange. Old word for stories and facts. Look at commercial responsibility. Load. So let's try again with 7 down. Regalia. Why? Finery originally introduced could be I, so RE Gala is the army celebration. Futuristic, avant-garde from the anagram. Girl visiting priest, one providing Italian food. So that's Nell in canon with I following cannelloni. Woodman regularly raised gives us a do. Now this is GIs and it reversed in local. 12 down, pioneer trailblazer, yeah, you can see the striped jacket blazer and dog is trail. Dog from Russian house briefly sent to Coventry, not northeast, to Dachshund. So it's a Dacher shunned. I've misprinted that, that's going to slow things down. 20 across, ridicule working model not out of bed. I should know the word for working model. Hairy brother in continental group without specific appeal. No. Right, oil producer backing woman addicted to marijuana. Can't ever pronounce that, so it sounds normal. After a couple of pints, Zoe loses old. English. Quartz. So the quart is a couple of pints. Zoe loses O&E. Revolting, tailless road. Revolting. Oh. Synonym for revolting. Right. Indifferent. Motorists are still in this. Neutral. And motorists are still in this. Hairy brother. Incontinental group. Ooh, I don't know. Hairy brother. Article in paper. Introducing a cleansing facility. So sauna is a cleansing facility. Esau is a hairy brother in the Bible. Still don't know the oil producer. Like 20 down, haven't even solved that. Painfully lacking energy to contain trouble. That's sorely, so sailorly, which is interesting because it means 20 down will be something to do with something nautical. Seafarer. Mariner, one taken in by Silas Marner, an eponymous miser. So ridicule is a mock, and it's from mock up. 24 down. Relatives, quiet, cry of surprise. That should be obvious, but I can't get it. Fork out to cover staff, which is rod, so pay to cover rod. You get parody. Place erected, put up gives tuck. Revolting. Tailless rodent, so mouse. Mutinous is revolting, and the uranium container is a tin. Relatives quiet, cry of surprise. Mum and my, and it's lemongrass is the oil producer. And that's annoying. It felt like a pretty easy puzzle, but it's taken me my average time, and I know that'll be annoying for some people as well, but it wasn't all that straightforward. There was a lot of clues where I felt I knew what we were looking at, but I couldn't quite get a handle on why, or indeed what the actual answer was, but I knew how the clue wordplay was parsing. What was this oil producer then? Oil producer, backing woman. Is that a lass? I'm not sure it is. Addicted, on grass is addicted to marijuana. The woman is Mel backing. That's quite tough, but at least there are women called Mel. I'm much less convinced about Vi and Di, which you often see as a woman. Yes, I don't know if you caught this. The revolting tailless rodent is a mouse without its E. The mouse isn't revolting, the whole answer is revolting. Mutinous. It doesn't mean disgusting, it means in revolt. And that mouse without the E is circling a U-tin or a uranium container. What was nice, 6 down, is a very nice anagram here for East Lothian. You had to doctor, i.e. play around with, at a hostel inn. Those were the letters of the anagram that gave East Lothian a former Scottish county. There were other place names around. Q and a Z in the puzzle makes one wonder whether it was a pangram, but I don't see a J or an X particularly. What else was going on? Cannelloni. There's clearly quite a lot of different ways of cluing cannelloni. I've never seen it done as nil in the middle of cannon before, but I have seen it clued quite a lot of times, and that was very neat, I thought. That worked very well. Oh, and the Dax hunt, that was quite a neat pairing of two things. I suppose it ends with quite a long clue that only makes sense for a very specific circumstance, but the Dasha, D-A-C-H-A, is the Russian house. Again, briefly takes the last letter off. And then sent to Coventry is shunned, but not northeast. So you take any out of shunned and put it after Dasher without its last A, and you get Dachshund, a dog. So, as I say, now I look at the clues again, it feels a little more complex than I was thinking it really was, but maybe I should be quite pleased to have got an average time for that one. Often on a Monday it's a fairly straightforward puzzle. I don't think this was one of those classics at all, but most enjoyable. Thanks for joining us on Cracking the Cryptic, and as usual, I hope to see you again.